Greetings. I'm Michael Quinn Patton, here to talk today about min-specs of utilization-focused evaluation. This is occasioned by the publication of the new 5th edition of Utilization-Focused Evaluation, written with my daughter, Charmaine Campbell Patton. And we open the book with a discussion of minimum specifications, min-specs. Min-specs comes from complexity theory and design thinking, where when you're designing something in a complex dynamic environment, you don't want to over-specify because you need to be able to adapt to conditions as they actually present themselves and may change. So the question becomes, what are the minimum specifications in a complex system that allow you to get on with the work and do what needs to be done? Not a comprehensive plan, not a detailed blueprint, but min-specs, minimum specifications. These are the core elements of what is essential. That is, what is the minimum that must occur for an evaluation to be considered utilization-focused. Now, part of the context for this is that over the 40 years since the first publication of utilization-focused evaluation, there have been a great many applications that call themselves utilization-focused, but don't actually manifest the min-specs. I receive reports and examples of evaluations regularly, and it's what we call the Fidelity Problem. If something says that it is something, does it actually show the characteristics of that thing? So when evaluations are labeled utilization-focused, the fidelity question is, what are the things that have to be included to actually constitute a utilization-focused evaluation? And those are the min-specs. And in the book, we identify 5 min-specs. Not trying to open with everything that you need to do. The prior edition of the book highlighted 17 steps in a comprehensive utilization-focused evaluation. But now we're cutting to the chase. What are the essential principles? And we are talking about principles, not detailed practices. So here are the 5 min-specs for utilization-focused evaluation. The first is to honor the personal factor. Identify and engage primary intended users. The second is being purpose-driven. Focus on primary intended uses with those intended users. The third is to facilitate process use. Be active, reactive, interactive, and adaptive in engaging users in all aspects of the evaluation. Utilization-focused evaluation is a collaborative, co-creative, interactive process. Fourth, take a full journey stance. Focus on use from the beginning to end and every step along the way. 2 classic mistakes made is not attending to use at the beginning, thinking it's something you do after you have findings. But if you don't attend to use at the beginning, you won't have an evaluation that can generate those useful findings. And that evaluation doesn't end with a report. Utilization-focused evaluation emphasizes follow-up to help implement the implications and recommendations that come from findings beyond the report. And finally, adaptation to context changes. When the context for an evaluation changes, the evaluation may need to change. And we've certainly seen that during the pandemic, the importance of pivoting. And we've added that min-spec because increasingly in a dynamic, complex world, things emerge, things change, and evaluation has to be able to be adaptable in that regard. So those are the basic min-specs for what we call utilization-focused evaluation thinking. You begin with primary intended users. Who is the evaluation for? You work with them around identifying primary intended uses. No evaluation can do everything and look at everything. What's the primary purpose of the evaluation? Then you engage those users, focusing on use throughout. How will everything that is done from beginning to end affect use? And watch for and monitor adaptations needed to context. For a full hour discussion of min-specs of utilization-focused evaluation, go to the Utilization-Focused Evaluation website, and you'll be able to see the entire YouTube video on the launching of our monthly series on the principles of utilization-focused evaluation.